Good morning. Carl here with today's Sustainability Theory News. We're going to start at the Permaculture Research Institute. They have a great article on recycling plastic water bottles and using them as planters. They have a nice design for a sub-irrigated planter where they take a soda bottle, cut it in half, take the top half, put some soil in it, and then just put that top half right in the bottom half, and the water will slowly wick up into the soil. So the plant, whatever plant you grow in here, will naturally get water as it's needed. It's sort of an automatic watering system. Some people might even put a piece of string or two down here so as the water level goes down, the string will still wick up moisture. Next story. Over at Modern Farmer, Chef Curtis Stone wants America to have more farmers, and I agree with that. We need a lot more. In the next 25 years, more than 1/4 of all U.S. farmers are going to retire, so we're going to need 700,000 new farmers to replace them, which is one reason I started this video cast, is to get people interested in true sustainable grassroots farming. National Sustainable Agriculture Coalition, the contract price addendum. Now this is for organic farmers who want to get crop insurance and get paid if the crop fails based on what price they already sold it for on contract. Like if you sold your entire crop to a food wholesaler, for instance. Before, you could only get the price that the risk management agency said you could get. Over at City Farmer News, Canada, a national strategy for urban agriculture. Now, maybe they should put a question mark after that because it's only a proposal at this point. And as long as they allow people to farm on their land in urban areas, I'm all for it. That's one of the big problems, is cities are stopping people from using their land to grow food for themselves and their family, and sometimes their neighbors as well. So a national office for urban agriculture would be helpful. And it's kind of like what they did in Cuba after the Soviet Union fell. They couldn't get their free fertilizer or free fuel from the Soviets anymore, so their people were starving. What they do, they told them, hey, you guys start growing food right here where you live. And most people lived in cities. So they started opening up little plant clinics and urban agriculture clinics. And indeed, the first free market reforms in Cuba were for agriculture, for people to start farms, employ people, and indeed make profit. That was revolutionary at the time in the 90s. And indeed, it may be leading to greater free market reforms there as well. Over at the International Food Policy Research Institute is the global seed industry investing in smallholders. Now we'll go down to the bottom here, what I believe is the conclusion. The report finds that much more commitment is needed to engage local and informal seed sectors, while many companies do support local seed research capacity and work with local seed suppliers. Such engagement is again conducted on a case-by-case basis rather than a company-wide commitment. So it's saying that big seed companies should be working with local seed suppliers, encouraging more local seed varieties, which is what we need if we want a dynamic, ecologically sound agricultural policy. Over at the Urban Organic Gardener, 10 urban gardeners you should follow on Instagram. If you're into food porn, you'll like these accounts. Look at these, just delicious looking food and great colors, great lighting, really well done photos there. Over at Permaculture Magazine, a story and video about permaculture forest, a stunning forest garden as they put it. And it's an episode of a BBC show, and you can watch the whole episode at this link here. And the link to this page, of course, is in the details section of this YouTube page. Lastly, an illustration over a big picture agriculture of how big Africa is. They got a lot of land mass there and a lot of resources. But right now, the top-down approach to helping Africa has not worked over the past 50 years. I mean, yes, lives have been saved. But I feel we need a true grassroots movement of sustainability to allow people to pull themselves out of poverty. And that's what we should support. But that's my opinion. Please leave your opinions and comments below. Have a great day.